I don't know if I was going to make this video or not, but I said, hey, why not? So what we have in here today is a corned beef, and I am going to, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I live in New England, and that's a tradition that happens around here, a boiled dinner, corned beef and hash. Sometimes it's ham, but I like the corned beef, and so I'm going with the corned beef. And yeah, what I'm gonna be doing right now is, it comes with a spice pack already. It has its own spice pack. I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm gonna throw a little rosemary in there. I'm gonna throw some thyme in there, and I'm gonna cut up a piece of garlic and an onion, and I'm gonna throw that in the pot, and I'm gonna let that boil down and everything. And because this is already full of salt and things like that, I will put some pepper in, but I don't think I'm gonna like salt it, because we don't need all that salt. So I will be back after I've put all the, seasonings and herbs and spices and everything, and I'll come back in. Alright, so I busted down a little onion. I put the seasoning packet on, and this is some thyme and rosemary I dried myself. I like to buy it fresh and then dry it out myself because it's cheaper. That's honestly the trick. But yeah, if I tell you that trick, it's probably going to get more expensive because more people are probably going to do it. Anyway, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to put some water on this, and then I'm going to set the pot to boil and cover it, and I'll be back. I'll check it on the hour mark or whatever to, see if, the water needs to be replenished and if it's done. Because what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to, cut up some carrots and cabbage and potatoes, and I'm going to put them in a pan, and I'm going to bake it in the oven so the fat cap on this thing could get crispy. And, it's going to be great. It'll be great. So even though I, put the garlic, the fresh garlic, and the onion, and I did just put some garlic powder and onion powder in there because, yeah. This is where we're at now. Okay, everything in that pot has cooked down. This is tender, but tough enough where it gets some bite back, and I like it like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut up my vegetables, and then I'm gonna slice this up and put it in the oven because the vegetables are not cooked. So like I said, this is tender but tough enough that it got some bite back. So when I put it in the oven, it's gonna cook a little more. I'm gonna make a concoction to put over the meat and season my vegetables. I'll come back when I have my vegetables all cut up and stuff. Got my carrots and potatoes nice and cut up. Pulling out my cabbage. I'm gonna wash this off a little bit and get all the rough and ugly shit off it. And then I'll come back, show you what I'm doing next. You see that pot right there? All this hard pot right there? That is one of my favorite parts of the cabbage because I feel like it tastes like a turnip when it's cooked down and nice and soft. I love it. So I'm gonna chop this up, and I'm gonna put this in with the carrots and the potatoes, and then I'm gonna come back. Will you look at that? Look at that fat cap. Ooh. We'll taste it. So good. Like I said, no need to put all that salt in it. I didn't put a lick of salt. All the salt cooked out. All the seasonings and herbs and garlic and onion cooked in. This is the pot liquor from, all the, herbs and spices I put in. And what I'm going to do right now is about 2 tablespoons of mustard. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water and stir that up and pour it all over this vegetable medley. I'm gonna take the meat and I'm gonna dip it in this sauce and just rub all the vegetables in with that, because the cabbage is gonna make its own water. You'll see. Will you look at that? It's sliced through like butter. Oh my goodness. I just massaged all that pot liquor into the cabbage, carrots, and potatoes. All of that was in here is in there. Now, the cabbage is going to make its own water, so I don't really need to do anything else. All I'm going to do is cover it and put it in the oven for about an hour. And, what do you call it? I'm not going to add the meat on until after, where I'll crisp it up a little bit, because I want it to keep some of that bite. It's already really soft and tender when I cut it. So here, if you don't believe how tender that is, look at me pressing down on that meat. I'm probably gonna take this little piece right here and just eat that. Delicious. Look at that. Just put that on top. I'm going to put it in the oven for about 5-10 minutes. Let it crisp up. Just took that cover off. Everything's tender, nice. And then I'm going to plate it up with a beer. Alright, y'all. Good 10 minutes will do that. Yeah. I'm going to plate it up.